Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. Last time, we took part in rodent politics. Literally, we helped the rats gain victory over the damn cavies. Now we're gonna try and look for the Isle of Cat. You know, before Mr. Sachs eats us. Well, actually, I say eat, I don't know what he does. Point is, he's a ticking time bomb. We don't want him on our ship for longer than we have to have him, despite the benefits he gives. The salt lines. Ooh! That's not what we're looking for. Not for this quest, but it is what we're looking for with regards to a different quest. Let me just quickly hunt this Gilliflower. I guess why not? Let me just quickly kill that bug over there. Hang on. Sorry about that. There was a bug I had to kill. Alright, another strange catch, always nice to have. Here we go, the salt lion. You know, fun fact, this is where the masters of the bazaar were sealed away for ages. So, but that's a long story in itself. I forget, ooh. Yes! Alright, coming up on its tail. Boom! With the stagger from my gun, could easily be able to take him out without taking a single hit. Oh yeah! Star Wars, baby! I really need to find a place to unload these prisoners, frankly. Let's see, and oh, yet more fuel. Very nice. That easily paid for itself. I've got more fuel now than when I started this video. Alright. Man. Speaking of fuel, can't wait till I get a ship with an aft slot so I can equip that suppressor so I can run around at full power. Technically, it's not efficient, not fuel efficient, but it's not that fuel inefficient, and it probably pays for itself when it comes to. Is another pirate ship? Whatever. Later. The Salt Lions, two basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Picking. There's a supply dock below. Alright. Yeah, this place is kind of neat. You can carry Sphinx Stone. Yeah, you can get 10 echoes per Sphinx Stone. Each one taking up a piece of cargo space. And selling for, I think, double that. Yep. I'm not entirely certain what Sphinx Stone is, frankly. But it's quite valuable, evidently. Let's see. Time, basalt, dissolution. Record the activities of the unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. Unmakers is a pretty dramatic term for people, for demolitionists. Alright, shot flyans. You brought the Nacreous outcast here. With luck, it knows why. Unexpected grace. The face of the northern sphinx is all but gone, but the Nacreous outcast scrambles doggedly up. It pauses at the top and then flips into the air, an arc as precise as a compass line, down into the darkness of the sea. 10. It's gone with barely a splash. You wait. There is no reason for alarm. It can probably breathe water. You wait longer. There is a certain degree of decorous alarm. Longer still, and the alarm manifests in the form of sailors clustering casually by the rail. Only casually, because no one would admit any concern for the fate of a rubbery man. Oh, indeed. Have to be casual, otherwise they might be accused of caring. The rubbery man surfaces. It mounts the steps to the quay, with the ceremonious delight of a vicar mounting the steps to a pulpit. It holds a sphinx-stone chess piece aloft in its hand. Principles, it wheezes. Oh, sorry. Principle. No, I don't know how to do it. I forget how I did that, his voice. Let's see. Visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick-wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach, passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Unctuous? Excuse me? Oh, excessively flattering. You know, oily. Fungal tisane and tea cake. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4? I wouldn't call it Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? No, thank you. Okay. Now, what is that? Oh no, it's just a regular Corvette. Okay, so this crosses off that potential spawning location. What the fuck is that? Is it moving? The Sea of Voices. We are close to Polydream, where nothing is truly dead. Yeah, it's definitely moving. What the fuck? Something underwater to the east. You mean that? Yeah, I see that. Oh, a port. Hang on. Had to kill another bug. Bloody spring. Godfall. I don't know what the fuck that is. Endpoint has... Is it? Hang on, is it attacking me? Yeah, this is definitely hostile. I wouldn't have brought up this if it wasn't. Oh, shit. Yeah, see. The heck is your deal? Being dead, that's what your deal is. Oh, shit. Oh. Guess I don't need my lamp then. If you're going to light yourself up like a Christmas tree, that helps. Much obliged. Damn it! I guess there must be some strange pseudo randomness with this damage. Unless that doesn't make any sense. Here we go. Crippled, broken, already feeding the Z's endless hunger. Little remains of the ship, but scraps of sinking cargo and a few buoyant parts of its splintered carcass. Booyah! Let this be a lesson, not to fuck with me. To quote Claire from Claire's Quest. Investigate the wreckage. You have to be quick to salvage anything. You steer close, shining the lamp on the debris. Captain! Quick! Over there! Port side! That's left for you landlubbers. Specifically, the left of the ship. It's sort of like stage right and stage left sort of thing. It's more... Anyways. The legendary clay woman Corsair. She clings tight to the last few scraps of floating debris, defeated but defiant. Oh. Rescue the pirate poet. Throw her a rope. Claim a bounty. If you know what I mean. The price of freedom. It takes 3 crewmen to pull the pirate poet from the sea's clutches, while others mutter about bringing an unfinished woman, aboard ship. She just smirks. Well, she carries little on her, but the verses of poetry tattooed over every visible inch, and an old sword almost as chipped as she is. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. Fortunately, her salvaged possessions also include the jangling money purse on her belt, fat and ready to pay the traditional freedom price of her current bounty. As much as the crew could subdue her, all are relieved once she is aboard a lifeboat, rowing away through the darkness towards Gator's Morn. Alrighty then. That was an unexpected encounter, but not an unprofitable one. So yeah, that's the pirate poet. A clay woman who's basically, well, I was gonna say tattooed herself, but she doesn't really have skin in that way. It's more akin to carving herself, really. Alright, Godfall. What's your deal, anyways? The brawling bearded men who live here call themselves monks. They pay lip service to Saint Stalactite, which fell from the roof. But their chief interests seem to be wine, blood, and shouting. My kind of town. Let's speak with the monks about their newest member. They escort you to his cell. Used to be a sailor, one whispers. We were hoping you could help us work out what's wrong. The supplicant. An old bearded man sits cross-legged and naked in Godfall's smallest monastic cell. Ugh. At the sight of the group, he flinches. His wrinkled skin is covered in faded scars. No more freedom, he whispers. 10 of the clock. They sweep. 15 past 10 of the clock. You wash. There are orders. There must be orders. No more freedom. Please. A monk hands him a mop and bids him clean the entire chapel by first bell. The supplicant squeezes it tight. Yes, master, he whispers, tears of gratitude welling up in his eyes as he scampers off. There is an awkward silence. He should make a very devout monk, one of the others ventures, once we finally get him into the habit. Nice one. Well, I guess that is a dead end. Let's see. Well, another port report, I guess, of shouting. Let them tell you about past and present events in the monastery, but what about future ones? They're eager to tell you about their history. The stalactite, they assure you, was one of the citadels of the starved men who dwell in the roof. When it fell, few of its occupants survived to become the monks' progenitors. How does that work, you wonder, with their vow of celibacy? They become vague, and are suddenly eager to speak of the details of passing shipping. What, did they undergo mitosis? I wouldn't be surprised. The starved men are not the most conventional of humans, so to speak. Let's see, yeah. Could offer them one of my hunting trophies. Sure, why not? Let's see. Louder, ever louder. The trophy inspires the monks to feasts of bragging. This one broke a giant albino moray neck. That one wrestled a heptacheer. A third punched his way out of a bound shark. A fourth, and so on. You are largely forgotten, but there are truths of note among all the tipsy boasting. Huh. Let's see. Some random knickknacks. Alrighty then. No shops. Well, not much here, but... Well, that's... another area crossed off the list. Fortunately, Mr. Sachs hasn't raised a fuss about how long it's taking. Unfinished. Oh, right. Unfinished pirate trireme. Dipper in the waters near Polythreme. The Sea of Voices, where things are alive that generally shouldn't be. But then, who are we to say what should and shouldn't be alive? Alright. Fragments of clay are littered across the deck. They crunch underfoot like potsherds. Unfinished men do not surrender. Oh, more fuel. Nice. Alright. Polydream. A place where there is a great deal of screaming. Forlorn, endure, obey, and commingle. Polydream is not a very pleasant place. And not just because things are alive that shouldn't be. Taciturn claymen. Evasive clothes colonies, walking like humans. Cobbles that groan underfoot. On the hills above, a palace villa of marble. But even that writhes like buried bone in an earthquake. Drink beer that wails from cups that sob. If you like that sort of thing. Kinda, yeah. Alright. What lives? The king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city. He is never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands. But there's unrest in the air. The claymen you speak of are obedient and humble, but they speak nervously of those who are not. The maimed, the rebellious, the unfinished. Of course, they say the king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city. That's not actually true. He is the city. He is the palace. He is Polydream. Oh, hey! One of the, officers from the mod. Engage an officer. The ordinary human male. Oh. Hello there, human friend. I mean, fellow human friend, he booms. I am a completely normal chef of the regular human variety, and I am able to provide culinary services to you and your crew in exchange for currency. Nothing out of the ordinary there, though he seems in a bit of a hurry. The unsuspicious human male is a chef who increases hearts and iron, but decreases mirror. Yes. Notice how all the qualities related to him use the same image as the clayman do. I'm sure that's a complete coincidence. He thuds on board with his supplies, which seem to consist mostly of repurposed sculpting tools. Your bosun seems about to say something, but then thinks better of it. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Alrighty then. Well, that... Surely it's not as unremarkable as he appears. Oh man. I think that was hilarious. Let's see. Donate Sphinx Stone to a suspicious craftsman. It's for, look, we need it, okay? Don't worry. The house is in on it. Oh man. Ooh, carry claymen to London. Are they passengers or cargo? They're certainly the easiest passengers imaginable. Unless, just unless, one turns out to be an unfinished man. Yes, I do want to carry these claymen, but not to London. Well, most of them to London, but not all. Each one lies down in an appointed position next to each other. Next to the other, nested snugly, head by foot. We are for London, one explains to you. Yeah, claymen, they all speak in all caps. That seems a tad glitchy. Yeah, whatever. It is from a mod, I suppose. But yeah, I remember there was one time where I started speaking in all caps on the London Discord server due to this whole thing where I was losing my mind and basically Acting as if I was a clayman in my dreams. It's a long story. Guess there's nothing else for it. So, yeah, next time we come here, we should bring some Sphinx Stone for these bozos. And maybe a watchful curio. Alright. Now let's go to the right, and then hopefully not have to go all the way back to the left. But hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Fathom King's Hold. Damn. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go all the way back here. I think. Unless it's up there? You know, while I'm here, I might as well go swing by Port Cecil. Oh. So yeah, there's two things I need to do off in Cecil. Not to be confused with Circle. What is Circle? I know Circle from something, but I don't remember what. Whatever. Oh. Ooh. New background. Very nice. Lorcan's Port. Named for the most enterprising of drownies. Phosphor cells burn green. Somewhere below, the king awaits. Huh. Alright, I can trade Skintillac for a white molly flower. I'll pass. Like an iceberg, like a bizarre master's scheme, like the Neath itself, most of the hold is invisible. You see only a tiny portion of sculpted coral. The rest awaits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone room and aquaria. His pearl snares and his dining chambers. Alright. The porter watches you right. She says nothing. Those granted audience return dazed, awestruck. The king is not generous, but occasionally he is fair. Guess that's the best you can hope for. Oh. Alright, I've got one Z story, might as well. The Fathom King is the lord of the drownies, those dead who won't stop swimming. I had I once had rather... Oh, whatever. By some accounts, he's the lord of all who die at sea. Or at Z, rather. Bring him a story to tickle his curiosity. Speaking to the porter has the skin of a shark. She has a drowned woman's eyes. It is not permitted to look at her hands. Yes, that story is sufficient. She opens the valves of pearl and permits you to pass into the conduit. Let's see. This is the salt-blown heart of the hold. The Fathom King floats in his throne, a gem-starred bowl of sea stone, the size of a banqueting table. Wow, he is fat. He's wearing a dressing gown of purple brocade, soaked dark with salt water. He leans his chin calmly on his hand. Beneath the surface of the water in his throne, his hidden regions pulse, constantly, insistently. Here's a visitor from the Timon clan, in a grey robe patterned with leaping fish. She describes events at the Khan's court, skirmishes with the Chelenate, Z-Beast attacks. Ooh, strategic information, very nice. Valuable information. At last, the king nods and awards the emissary a pouch of drowning pearls. The hour of audience is past. Thorn-armored guards escort you back to the surface. But the emissary's words and the king's questions have taught you a great deal. Alright, nice. So that's 2. Combine that with this. Got loads of these. Where the hell did I get so many? Of course! Don't you know anything about science? That's why. That's where. And now you know who. Alright, let's swing it to Port Cecil, and then hopefully find the Isle of Cat. What the heck is this? Ah, Sea of Lilies. You watch for fungal pads in the Sea of Lilies. There's a prison here, guarded by oracles. Fungal pads, giant underground frogs. A tad on the nose, is it not? Oop. Hi there. Oh, and here I was about to say, I guess he's not hostile. Okay then. I guess just because of the fog, I got so close to him. Nope. Too slow. That's one of the nice things about having Mr. Sachs. One of the few nice things. I'm fairly sure that it's not supposed to be stuck like that. That looks a bit off. Alright. Wisdom. Discovered wisdom. Nupmit built this place as a prison for the Khanate. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. Oh. Let's see. Compile a port report. Watch the comings and goings. Not so many goings. Ships from the Khanate are most common. You see Chelonite vessels, polyreme triremes with chained and sulky unfinished men, corsairs disposing of their miscreants, even one furtive Iremi skiff. The wardens pay them well for their prisoners. Alrighty then, this seems like a good place to drop off the prisoners then. Let's see, head over there. Oh no, we'll pay you, the unctuous fellow says. Another unctuous guy? We can always find a use for another pair of hands. We get lonely, you know. Lonely. Evan? What awaits your prisoner? Someone, somewhere, is screaming. The unctuous fellow clucks sadly. Gruel on Thursdays. Someone really doesn't like gruel. Is it a Thursday? I don't know, I lose track. Perhaps then the gruel's a little nasty. Thank you for your contribution. Here's your payment. Good day. Good day, sir. I don't like that terror gain. A lot of terror. Oh well. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, this. Can buy rather expensive stuff, and... Yep, I think that crosses off this area, so it's literally the last place it could be. Because of this thing where basically the Z, it'll randomize, but only certain areas of the map will randomize with each other. So there's like 5 squares or so of the Unter Z. Inside those squares will be randomized somewhat, but those 5 squares can only be swapped with each other, you know? It's a similar thing with other regions of the Unter Z. Aside from a couple fixed points like London and Irem and King Eater Castle and such. Okay, so yeah, rounds down. You want to have an odd number of crew. Unless it... Well, maybe it, or maybe it could possibly round to the nearest even number. Sometimes it does that. I don't know how the rounding works in this. Let's see. A stranded officer. Ooh. He sits upon a barrel on the shore end of the pier and calls out to each group of sailors that passes him. He doesn't rise to follow any of them, though, and you realize quickly that he's blind. Employ the sightless watchman. Seems like a bit of a issue for a watchman, but what do I know? This is the Nan. I'd be very much in your debt, miss. Or maybe, you magnificent bastard, is it? I'm your man for crew discipline and watch organization. If you'll suffer my impairment. And besides, they don't want me here. I'm not much use for chess. I'll bet. Actually, they could just tell, it wouldn't be that hard to do chess. You'd have to be careful with where you move your hands, and they'd have to tell you what moves they make, but you could do it by feel, perhaps. Well, whatever. I'll be happy to take advantage of their short-sightedness. Welcome aboard! Capital! Capital! Bully! My thanks indeed. Now, where shall I? Steady there! The watchman catches hold of your arm. So, Captain, the crew, what do you have for me? The watchman climbs quickly aboard, gripping every surface that he passes for support. Picking his way across the main deck, the watchman's unawareness alternates with uncanny perception. He collides with a drunken sailor, only to evade the man's fist as if he'd seen it coming. Well, I'm sure he probably expected it. It's not hard to... that sort of thing. You wonder just how recently your new assistant lost his vision. Alright. Alright, let's see what his stats are. Let's see. An effective assistant, but a rather dubious navigator. Indeed. +5 fails, +6 pages, versus +6 mirrors, +3 veils. So I'd be gaining 2 veils and 6 pages at the cost of 8 mirrors. That's balanced, but... I don't know. I'd be going down below 40 mirrors, which is not great. I don't know. Ooh, increase my pages. Very nice. This is how you know he's a modded character. There's basically no officers in this game that raise your pages. Certainly none that raise it to 100. Yeah. I could certainly use having 40 pages, even if it slightly distresses me to lose that 39. 39 is certainly an omen. He'll eagerly trade the lessons of his experience for your descriptions of the sea and the ship. The exchanging insights. Oh, does he have eyes inside his head? The watchman hangs on your every word as you describe the gleam of the false stars upon the deck gun's barrel. He sighs softly as you recount the bluish blood that foamed from the crew's latest kill. The insights he offers in return are invaluable, but his obvious delight at your vivid accounts is almost enough of a payment. Well, that's pretty wholesome. That's very lovely. Alright, anyways. Alright, assist the gnomic Gallivant in his revolutionary scheme. There is a door carved in the crenellated castle. The Gallivant holds a gaily wrapped package in his arms. A long string trails out of it. This is it, you magnificent bastard. Seal yourself and get the door for me, please. The right person, place, and time. Beyond the door is a long hall of chess tables. A dark man from the presbyterate sits alone in the center of the room, playing against himself. Well, that's very depressing. The Gallivant pulls the package's string. 1,000 years is more than enough, don't you think? He tosses it into the room before slamming the door. An explosion knocks it from its hinges, crashing between you both. You peek into the room. The man is dead as any of the pieces. Alrighty then, the immortal man is dead. Alrighty then. So that was the thing. The gnomic Gallivant dusts off his suit. So ends 1,000 years. I've one last appointment, you magnificent bastard, in King Eater's castle. Time is a cage, and I'm anxious to get there as swiftly as you'll allow. I do actually know where King Eater Castle is, for the same reason I knew where Wither and Irem were, because it's in one of the corners of the map. Alright then, you've already come this far together, see it through to the end. Yeah, I've helped him bomb someone. I might as well help him get to a castle. The gnomic Gallivant embraces you like a comrade. Absolutely delightful! You have helped my master pen a happier history for us all. I'll be sure to tell him of your assistance when we reach the castle. Alrighty then. Well, anyways, guess I'll bring the thingamajig. Sitting up, the outcast toddles eagerly over the chessboard to place the Sphinx stone piece at the one corner. Oh, yes, the voice of the principal sighs. Oh, yes, that will be very good. But I ache so to be reduced, to be less. Will you bring more? I will pay most in Skintalak, and in secrets. Yes, I'll need to complete my chess set, and then you'll need to defeat me. Bring me a wakeful idol to be my new bishop. Bring me a monster's tooth to be my new knight. Bring me a heart-shelled silver to be my new root. Bring me a little flint to be my new paw. And bring me a flute core for my kin. At each phrase, the outcast nods and sways. Nods and sways. Somehow it looks frightened. Oh wow, 7 Skintalak. Very nice. Alrighty then, I don't have any of these except this one. I think. Alright. Oh wait, I do have an ambiguous Eolith. Never mind. Alright, bring the principal hunting trophy. We don't necessarily need this for my dissolution. The others are tools. This is ornament. But ivory and chess is asked for, aren't we? Oh wow, you can always intellect. My emissary has your payment. A little of me. There. There I shine. And a secret. The spiders of Saviour's rocks. Crush them. Crush them. Made arrangements with my cousin. Bargains to blind a monster. Remember that. There are many alliances. Alrighty then, and the ambiguous Elith. The great chain of being is rigid. For the shapelings know its weak places. This is for I have sent my emissary. He knows. This is one of his. Thank you. I will be much less, and I will sleep forever. Kneel, kneel, and my emissary will gift you Skintalak. The secret, the bazaar brought brought us all us shapelings, exiles. The flukes, the misers, even my emissary. Why? Too deep a secret for me, my friend. Even here, too deep for me. Perhaps when you end me. Okay then. Got a full of Skintalak. Alrighty then. Let's see. Ooh. A raggedy fellow. You magnificent bastard. I'm a good seaman. I'm yours if you have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard. He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. Huh. Well, this seems very suspicious. Sure, why not? This is a plan with neither flaw nor chance of error. Take a chance. You won't be sorry. I'll work double watches. Ask anyone. They'll tell you I have a good name. Yes, yes. Eventually get him to stop talking. His enthusiasm is promising, if a little pitiable. Oh, this is the sailor who came begging to you for a berth. He's done good work, this one. But he's keeping a little shrine to the salt, the nameless god of the horizon, at the back of the hold. I mean, sure, why not? A breath of air. You could let him keep his salt circle and his chalked arrow. That night, as you stand on the foredeck, a soft breeze comes out of the east, the salt's direction, tussles your hair, passes. As well. Buy a couple supplies. It's not that much more expensive. Horrors below. Sailors of the rail call softly. Something swims up beneath the ship. I saw it looking at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Well then, let's catch it. Darn. Heh, 69. Nice. Empty hold, empty nets, empty hold, empty house, the lookout says. You glare at him, but the damage is done. Alright then. Ah yes, the cargo. Here we go. You meet a blue priest in a tiny noodle shop by the Moon Canal. Fizzling electric light shows the weary lines in his face. You have my money? He asks. A hiss of distaste. Oh, your stupid imperial coins. No, give it here, it'll do. It's what was agreed. Take this. Go. You never saw me. Alrighty then. Now then. There is... Ah. Establish a spy in the Khan's heart. Here we go. Alright. If you're caught, it'll mean trouble. If you're successful, you can tap your network later for intelligence. The Dark Spectre Gold Admiral and the Voracious Diplomat, among others, will be interested. Alrighty then. It's just a diplomatic agent and 100 echoes. Let's do this. Success! Your agent sends a message via Bat Courier. They have found lodgings, contacts, possibilities. Oh yeah. Star Wars, baby. Alright. To improve the quality of your network, you'll need something. Find out what. Alright. Oh. My cunning. That's really good this early on, because the difficulty of that increases based on the level of my network. So getting it this early on means it's pretty trivial to ace it. Alright, to require your personal attention. A craftsman. If you ever want to retire from sailoring, offers one spy. You've found your niche. Perhaps it's flattery, but you've done well tonight. Oh yeah. Another one in the networks. Cautious contacts. Alright, anything else? Yes. Oh. That's pretty fucking lucky, alright. Hell yeah. Twice in a row. There we go for the triple, perhaps? Oh, wrong one. No. Cash. And also my skill. Spies have an extraordinary appetite for fun. Bribes, hush money, particular equipment, mutasalt, dark chalk coffee beans. It might just work. Oh god, this old trick. Well, sometimes it works, and all it needs is a sack of coffee beans, a shaker full of mutasalt, and the name of the newest spy in town. I'm damn curious. But let's see, I'll come back to that, because I know I can get dark drop coffee beans back in London for a modest price. And I can get muter salt at Wither for 5 Z stories, and I can get Z stories by trading recent news to the light ship outside of London. I can pretty easily get that by just farming that. So yeah, I can get that. I'm dying to know what the fuck this trick is. Although I'm fairly certain it's probably just gonna be a noodle incident. Alright, anything else? Alright, gather a port report, certainly. Still a bit risky. Increasing suspicion, that's unfortunate. Still, it's valuable. Certainly. Didn't I get like 75 echoes from it? Yeah, definitely worth the trouble. Oh yeah, and since I'd need to go to Wither anyways for that, I'd swing my codex at the same time in order to, you know, deal with the stuff with the Clayman. Let's see. Okay, now let's swing through here. Yeah. We'll swing downwards, down, and to the left, as they say in Thomas Was Alone. Maybe I'll play Thomas Was Alone at some point. It's a good game. Although, well, I think it's a good game. It's been years and years since I've played it. I only remember the rough details of it. But from what I remember, it was a good game. There was something about computers and guys that were shapes. I don't know. Oh, what's this? Let's see. The sea is bright as milk. False stars above are black on a pitchy bed. Something is watching you. Its gaze unfolds your boat. Ha! More like its gaze! That doesn't work verbally very well. You are transparent as glass. Flee the night. There you go. Flee the nightmare. Reaches. If it reduces nightmare strength, if it reaches 0, the nightmare will fade entirely. For restful nights, will reduce the difficulty. Or go deeper into the nightmare. The eye wants to learn you. Well, let it. You'll learn the eye in turn. Alright, increase nightmare strength. If it reaches 5, you'll confront the nightmare. This is dangerous, but it may win you a secret. Hell yeah. I like to live dangerously. I assume this is also reduced by restful nights? Alright. On across the sea. Beneath you, the eye grows wider. The water begins to warm, to steam. Remove your garments. It may soon be time to swim. Yes. I sail into the eye of the storm. The storm grows loud and bright and terrible. But I am not swept away by the winds. I am the storm. Or something along those lines. Hey, Station 3. Did I need anything here? I don't know. Ah, yes. We may infer a Station 1 and a Station 2. We may conjecture a Station 4. There's also a Station 8, but that's in Fallen London. Well, not in Fallen London, but in the Hinterlands. Machinery hums behind high steel walls. Up the hill there are visible outlines of warehouses and a building with a spire. But the lamps are low where they burn at all, and your ship the only one in harbor. Okay. Church or something else? You stand on the high point of the ship and look to the shore. There's a steepled building on the horizon, by far the largest thing in sight. No cross marks at the top of it, nor any other symbol you recognize. Very interesting, but I really want to get... I just want to find this damn Isle of Cats. I'll come back here at some point. Probably when I swing back to Khan's Heart after getting the stuff in Wither. My goodness. long have I been recording? I've been recording for like almost an hour, just trying to find the Isle of Cats for the most part, and I still haven't fucking found it! It's always the last place you look. Well, technically, yes, it's by definition the last place you look, because once you find it, you stop looking, but you know what I mean. Whoa, where the fuck did you come from? Fucking popped out of nowhere. Oh yeah. Alright, back to Pigmoat Isle. I might as well do something here. Come on, go away! Go away! Bloody hell, he just wants to follow me. Finally. Hey, crab cake. I guess it does kind of look like a crab cake. You know, it feels like the port should be over here or something, but I guess it's too shallow water. Ships to come in. Alright. Hail Marinia, the Nath's most adorable nation scurries around your legs. Skins-like harvesters drag heavy bags of the island's bounty to their silos. Industrious rodents work hard on towering edifices, some of them almost neck-high. London will never believe a bloody word of this. Alright, help them resolve a dilemma, I suppose. Let's see, the lights of London call to our people. Careless advisor, they seek the warmth of its lamps, the abundance of food. The aid leads in. Already the traders repurpose the impossible lambs' hulls into rafts and boats for their shameful and terrible exodus. We cannot survive if our people desert us. What should we do? Well, if they're currently tearing apart your ship to make rafts to run away, I'm fairly certain that's pretty fucking treasonous. I recommend a display of force. They're stealing from you so they can run away to back to London. Fuck them. Have them escorted back to town at sword point. This'll teach them. There we go. Order is restored. The traitors surrender. Their leaders are punished harshly as a lesson to the others. The rest are returned to work, yoked to their tools until they can be trusted again. Alright, +2 civilization, +1 might, -1 spirit. A worthy trade. Probably. I don't know what any of these stats do. Well, I know what one of them does, at least. This one, yeah, reduces repair costs. Alrighty then. That's that then. Right? No, there's no shop. Okay. Okay. I swear to God, if the Isle of Cats somehow isn't over here, I'm going to be very peeved. It's just me, or is this popping up a lot? Speaking of a lot, whoa, that's a lot of terror. I really hope the Isle of Cats is here so I can swing back to London and start trying to get rid of my terror. Trade for a Z story. Oh, and losing some of that terror. Very nice. And we can only purchase fuel, not supplies. Damn. So where the fuck? Okay, it's gotta be down here, maybe? Ah! Where the heck is this damn Isle of Cats? Visage. That's not what I'm looking for! It's gotta be something. Wait. Actually, yes it is. Because Visage is always in the same square as the Isle of Cats. Yes! The Isle of Cats is usually a little below the Visage. Below and to the right. Aha. Running dangerously close to starvation, but we've just about found it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ow, fuck. Hopefully I get supplies from this. Corvette is pretty tricky. Shut up. I'm getting your food right now, hopefully. There we go. Oh wait, right. This money. I'll visit the cargo instead. Nah, I'll be fine. Oh, rescue the pirate poet. Once again, you are victorious. The pirate poet hauls herself up the rope, nodding her gratitude to the crew. Another battle. What voice do I give her? Another battle well fought, Captain, she grunts. Few earn a second verse. Along with her freedom price, she presents a gift, a cask of wine, saved from the sinking vessel by her own mighty arms. They say it is a fine vintage. My men were saving it to toast our victory against you. Perhaps you would join me in a drink to them. Huh. Alright, more dosh. Okay, maybe there's I can get supplies over here. In Visage. Hopefully. Damn it. The crimson beast of winter towers above you on the snow-drowned street, its sack open wide to receive your offering. I will take all you can give me. I will take everything you have. I will take more. Mr. Sachs, take my best regards. An old Londoner's trick. It can work. Once. Mr. Sachs is silent for a moment. May you experience all the generosity that you deserve. Yeah, back at ya. It intones, stepping into the darkness and taking the light and all memory of light with it. You wake up in a cold sweat, fumbling to light the lantern beside your bed. Just a nightmare, but one that leaves behind a sixth sense of something barely averted. Yeah, that's sort of the whole thing with carrying Mr. Sachs. He'll occasionally pull that. Good. And you can avert it once. Of course, after that first time, he'll start taking actual stuff from you. Ah. Let's see. Hide your face. Hide all your faces. So the world can never find you. This is the port of Visage, where faces may not be naked, except one, a stone monument the size of a village church, serenely gazing upwards, flourishing of years. Alright, ooh, another officer. The distracted cartographer. He spotted him on the beach, trying to wave without dropping his armful of maps. Salutations! I seem to have got myself a bit turned around. Any chance of a lift? Sure. What is this? 100 echoes? Sure. Our first officer increases mirrors and pages. Very nice. Excelsior! He bustles on board, spilling papers as he goes. You glance at one and note that the map it depicts has been outdated for more than a decade. Are you sure this man knows what he's doing? Then, let's see. Strike a cartographer. By consulting a dozen incorrect maps, he can divine the route to anywhere. You hope. Let's see. I'd be trading a bit of mirrors and some veils for 7 pages. Let's see. It's 11 versus 9. It's more stats in total. All right, sure. Why not? Let's see. He can also increase pages, but no higher than 50, so it's not as good. You know what? I might as well get it to 50. I suppose there's no harm in letting you take a peek. A maelstrom of maps. There are just so many of them. Pages layered on top of each other, folded together to create hybrid islands, cut up and haphazardly sewn back together. It's all worryingly incomprehensible, but your mind feels strengthened for taking on the challenge of sorting it out. Alrighty then. Yeah. We'll have to do. A departing merchant gives you a confused account of crocodiles and honeycakes and something about ear blockage. To this, you add your own impressions about the street layout close to port and the type of commerce here. When the lights are especially bright, it is possible to make out the details of the profile of that straight stone face. Alright. Go full power. If it fails, well, I'll have less mouths to feed. Here we go. Finally, Port Cavendish. There had better be supplies for sale here, or I'll sue. Here we go. Supplies. Expensive, but good enough. Don't like that fuel though, it's twice as expensive as normal. Yeah. Finally. Yeah, okay, so, the Isle of Cats. Where do I drop it off? Here we go. A delivery for Mr. Sachs. The Pirate King will have contacts with the gracious widow. Caught in the middle. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. See, King Leopold examines the small jeweled bird with care and a measure of delight. I do not want to know how you came by this. Should anyone ask, you did not. We shall return it to its owner, yes. Such fine craftsmanship, a true one-of-a-kind creation. He cradles it for a moment, and snaps off the head. Deliver this to the widow, he orders, throwing it to his least fortunate smuggler. We have unfavorable deals to renegotiate. Alright, now I have a firkin of red honey. Highly profitable if you have no principles. This stuff is too dangerous to even be properly illegal. Be cautious in taking it to London. Yeah, it would be illegal, except that would require them acknowledging that it exists. Yeah, if you're really down for hunger, you can, yeah, you can feast and all that. Losing a bit of your crew for food. So yeah, you're in a pinch, your crew can also be an emergency food source, but unfortunately they're also, you know, what's using up your food. Anyways, now I finally delivered that. I finally done what I started this video wanting to do in the first place. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Well, without any further ado, and there has been too much already, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. So long. delicious suckers.